A transparent barrier suddenly appeared in the middle of the desert. Strangely, no object could pass through it, not even bullets. As Nick peered through the barrier, he saw a cozy family inside, dressed in 19th century clothing. While those on the outside could see into the barrier, those inside couldn't see out. Unable to hear what was happening inside, Nick suggested bringing in a lip-reading expert, but his boss felt that involving the CIA would only lead to them stealing the credit. They had to find another way. One day, Nick noticed a young boy standing motionless in front of the barrier. Following the boy's gaze, Nick saw that the black smoke from a car had somehow passed through the barrier. However, when the boy called his family over to take a look, the smoke was once again blocked. The boy thought his eyes were playing tricks on him and didn't give it much thought. But Nick realized that the barrier wasn't completely impenetrable. Perhaps it opened for a brief moment at a specific time. To test his theory, Nick had his team bring in an ice cube launcher. As the pile of ice cubes on the ground grew, a teammate suddenly screamed. 3 cubes had successfully passed through the barrier. Nick immediately went to investigate and tentatively touched the barrier, but it had already closed. Eventually, he calculated that the barrier opened for only 15 seconds at a time. When it was nighttime outside, it remained daytime inside the barrier. As Nick gazed at the beautiful woman inside, he slowly fell in love. Back in his quarters, he lay in bed, unable to sleep, his mind filled with her smiling face. The next day, when the barrier opened again, Nick charged towards it at a speed of 200 yards per second, successfully crossing over just before it closed. Seeing Nick appear out of nowhere, Lisa stood up to investigate. Despite it being their first meeting, they held hands tightly, like long-lost lovers. Nick's teammates were shocked, unsure of what had transpired between the two. Just as Nick was about to kiss Lisa, a terrifying scene unfolded. Lisa suddenly transformed into a monster and lunged at Nick's neck. His teammates quickly drew their guns, hoping to help, but the bullets couldn't penetrate the barrier. They could only watch helplessly as the family viciously tore at Nick. At that moment, an old man returned inside the barrier. Seeing Nick appear out of thin air, he hastily pulled out a spellbook and began chanting incantations while waving his arms. In an instant, the world inside the barrier vanished. Nick's teammates, believing the barrier was gone for good, prepared to leave. However, unbeknownst to them, the barrier hadn't disappeared. The old man had merely hidden it. With a pocket watch in hand, he instructed the children to tap on the barrier, planning to enter the human world the moment it closed. The name of this movie is Night Visions.